One. Hi, welcome to the Skip Bailey Show. I'm your host, Skip Bailey, and today we have a great show. This is a Skip Bailey Show from home, because with this coronavirus issue that we have, we're doing it from home right now. We can't go to our studios, so here we are in our home. And my today's guest is a very special guest. She's a very special friend of mine. We've only known each other for a little less than a year, but we've become really, really close. And I want to welcome my friend, Felicia Shanken. Welcome to the Skip Bailey Show.
Hey, Skip. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited about this.
Oh, great. Thanks for being here. So how are you today? How are things going?
Things are going good. My husband and I, we're just, doing the best that we can, staying safe, just listening to CDC. And that's pretty much it, work as usual, pretty much.
Great. Okay, great. Okay, so this is going to be a little fun. It's going to be a little different because we're not in our studios. You're not in your Cherry Hill studio, and I'm not in my Princeton studio. So here we are at home. So we're going to go and jump into it because we have a lot of stuff to cover. We can go on for 2 hours, 3 hours.
Easy.
We've done it in the past. Yeah, easy. Yeah. So
like
let's go get started.
Like your half an hour interview turned to an hour.
2 hours, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So yes, for once of all, I'm going to go down your credentials right here real quick, so the audience will know who's on the opposite end of me. You're the founder of the Philadelphia Women's Network Connection.
That's correct.
Absolutely. Your platform is the Power Up TV show, located out of Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Yep, Power Up Your Passion. Yes.
Power Up Your Passion. Okay, absolutely. You've been featured in a few magazines with the Philly Black Women. Who's who?
Yes.
And also you have a couple of events coming up. So we're going to go down this list. We're not going to try not to rush, but we're going to try to go down as smooth as possible. So let's talk about the Philadelphia Women's Network Connection. Tell us about that.
Okay, well, the Philadelphia Women's Network Connection, my baby. I started it, 2 years and 2 months ago. And basically the reason why I started it is because I wanted something different as far as networking, learning, education. I wanted to do something where people could come together. They could, of course, network and make connections, but also get great content to help them build their business. So I was a little selfish when I started this organization. I wanted to do something different in Center City because I do live in Center City. So that's where the events are held. I wanted something that the women can come to, the men can come to, just something different than I was seeing in Center City, going to a networking event, getting business cards, the music too loud, everybody's drinking, and you're really not making connections and people are not following up. So that's where the vision was born. It was born in a Panera Bread in 2017.
2017, really?
Yes, December 2017. Yes, that's when my baby was born. I got an idea, a vision. And, 2017 of December, I didn't start actually doing anything with the organization until April of 2018. So that's when we started doing events and different things like that, and just growing the network.
Wow. Of course, absolutely. It's a great organization. I've attended a few of your events, very well put together, very professional.
Thank you.
And so give us some of the backgrounds of some of the women that are involved. And what are your numbers there? How many members do you have?
Okay, well, for our free Facebook group, we're approaching 800. As far as paid members, we're still building that up, but we have a nice amount of paid members. We just come out and we have fun. It's not stuffy. The women generally like each other. The men, they come. I try to get more men out there to let them know, even though we are a women's organization, that our events are open to anyone. So, we just have a good time. The women, the types of businesses we have lots of solo entrepreneurs. We have people some that still have full-time jobs that have their business maybe as a side gig. We have all different types. I would say in our group, it's almost 50-50, where we have 50 full-time business owners, and we might have 50 that still have full-time jobs or part-time jobs.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so you mentioned paid, and then you also mentioned Facebook, or did you say paid
Yes.
members? So what's the difference there? What's the in case
Okay.
someone who's watching may consider becoming a member, or what's the difference there?
Okay. Well, with the Facebook group, that's free. Anybody can join that. Of course, it's a screening process. We just don't let anyone into the group because, they have to be business minded. They don't have to own a business or be an entrepreneur, but we have to know that they're not going in there to look to recruit people. We build relationships. Our mission is that we help local business women to build relationship with the resources that are put into the group. So I dump a lot of resources in there. If there's women that have, I feel, content that will help other women with their businesses, that's put in the group as well. Our membership group, which is a paid group, is a separate Facebook group, which is private. So there's a lot of information that I put in my paid membership group that I do not put in the free group. There's a lot of benefits that come with our paid membership. Some of them, I can't name them all, but some of them are like our events they get to go to for free. Our first workshop, they get to go to that for free. Starting in May, which is next month, a couple days away, we're going to have a special edition newsletter where we're going to be highlighting our paid members, their business, about them, and different things like that, just giving them another avenue of getting out there to be exposed. So there's different things that we do. We have a virtual training each month. We have different people from different backgrounds. Like we had James Hale, who was a part of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses. He did a training for my ladies. We had Couture Dior from Power Up. She did a training for my ladies. We had Pam Wheeler, who is the executive director at the Business Center. She did something in front of the ladies. So each month we have someone come to talk to my members, and that's part of their membership. That's not something that they have to pay extra for. So right now I'm in the process of revamping some of the things that I'm going to be offering to the members to make them, to give them more value for their membership, but also to get them more involved with PWNC, because I feel they are making an investment by being a member. So therefore, I want to, have them be more of a part of PwC, whether it's coming out, helping us with trade shows, or helping us with events and different things like that. So, on my website, when I talk about later, there's an area where people can go to see exactly what it is that we offer our paid members.
Wow. You know that you are a powerhouse, right?
I don't know about that, but okay.
Okay, you're a powerhouse in the making. You're getting there. You're getting there.
Okay. Okay.
And of course, I want you to know that I have a bell here. So my
Mhm.
bell here, I'm gonna hit the bell here. So
Okay.
when I interview people and there's a powerful statement being made or something that's real profound, you're gonna hit
Mhm.
that bell, okay?
Okay. Okay. I like that. Fair enough.
I want you like, what's going on? Is he dinner time or whatever? So
Yeah, right?
you had mentioned a few minutes ago in reference to um, screening and interviewing
Mhm.
the paid members,
Yes,
because
actually the non-paid members.
the non-paid members.
That is correct. Because anybody can be a paid member that is a part of our group.
Okay.
Even if someone was outside of our group and they were watching the organization and they went to our website and they liked what we had offered as a membership, then yes, they are more than welcome to join, because we have 3 different levels of membership. We
Mhm.
have a silver plan, a platinum plan, and we also have a student plan. Now, the student plan is nice for college students. That is offered to business college students should they want to get in with an organization where they can be mentored by business people. We have a membership from them.
Mhm.
And the nice thing about that is if someone wanted to sponsor a college student, then there's all different types of sponsorship levels that are available to them as well. So we basically have just about everyone covered. And then we started our nonprofit, the PWNC Foundation, the end of October 2019. And what we're doing with that is our mission for that is solo entrepreneurs who are working full-time or part-time that are looking to transition over to full-time entrepreneurship. So that's what we're going to be helping them with on that aspect of the nonprofit, helping them financially, educational, spiritually, mentally, whatever it is that they need, we're going to be helping them with that.
Wow. That's awesome. That is just
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
And and the reason why I mentioned again in reference to the paid or the screening, interviewing, because a
Mhm.
lot of people join organizations and have their own agenda in
Right.
mind. And I've
Right.
experienced that plenty of times with the events that I've been doing for the last 25 years. And then eventually, you find out eventually who that person is or who those people are who have their own agenda for whatever reason they want to jump on your bandwagon or whatever. But
Right.
that's one of the reasons why I mentioned it also. So
Oh
that's
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's a couple questions even before they get into the group, the free group now.
Mhm.
And one of the questions is that, you have to participate in some type of way within a 6-month time frame. And if you don't, then you're taken out of the group.
Mhm.
Because have had that in the past where people just got into the group with their own agenda. They're looking to recruit or they want to put their events in there about things like that. And they weren't supporting PWNC. So a lot of those benefits now have just been strictly for our paid members and not so much for the free group anymore.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's great. So
Mhm.
let's shift gears just a little bit. Let's talk about the Power Up for Passion TV show of yours.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, of course, the last time when we met, first time actually, when you interviewed me
Hmm.
back in, I think it was September, October of
Right.
2019, which very great interview. Had a good time, had fun. Like you said,
Yeah.
from a half hour turned into an hour.
Yes, it did.
Unfortunately for someone else, but fortunately for us, we had that extra time. So let's talk
Right.
about the TV show. How did you come about with that? How did that?
Well, it's funny you say that because I was on someone else's show. I was invited to come on someone else's show, and I did an interview on their show. And when I was sitting out in the waiting room, the owner came to me and asked, was telling me his vision and things that he wanted to do there at the studio. And one of the things he asked me was, I interested in a show? And I was like, no, I'm not. That's not where my focus is. My focus is building my organization. So, long story short, I ended up being a month later on someone else's show at that same studio. So
Mhm.
he saw me again and he's like, "You're here again." So he's like, "Okay, Felicia, come in my office. I want to talk to you." So he talked to me. I didn't make a decision then. I came home, I spoke to my husband about it because I usually speak to him about decisions that's going to affect the both of us.
Mhm.
So I spoke to him about it and he said to me, he was like, it's your choice. If you feel that it's going to enhance what you're doing, then by all means go for it. And thank God I have a husband that supports me. So I decided to. I started in September of 2019. I've been having fun. I'm just living in the moment. I'm living in the moment. It gives another opportunity for people to come and talk about their passion. I try to do it a little differently. I try to have it whereas the first 15 minutes, because it is a half an hour show. So
Mhm.
I try to do it with the first 15 minutes, they're talking about themselves, who they are. And then the other 15 minutes, I have them talk about their brand and their business. So I kind of construct it. It's not scripted. So it's just a conversation like you and I are having now.
Right.
And there's only 2 questions that I ask. And the 2 questions are, what are your superpowers? And what would you say to your younger self? So, like I said, we just been having fun. I'm living in the moment. I don't know where it's going to go. I can't say where it's going to go, but for right now, I'm enjoying myself.
That's great. That is great. And I remember you asking me those questions, the superpowers,
Hmm.
and what would I tell my
Your
oldest
younger
son,
self.
my younger
Yeah.
son? Yeah, yeah. And those are two really, really great questions because
Thank
a
you.
lot of us, we don't, once we get past a certain age or do certain things in life, we forget about the person who we were,
Right.
who brought us to where we are right now.
That's right. And
We
it's
can't
all
forget
about a
about that.
journey. It's all
Yeah,
about a
yeah,
journey.
yeah. And we can't forget about that person. We can't forget about,
That's right.
a lot of people, the statement is, uh, I don't want to live in my past. I don't want to think about it. It's not that you have to live in your past. It's just like, that's one of the reasons why your front windshield is
Hmm.
bigger than the back windshield of the
That's
car.
right. That's
It's
right.
okay to glance in the back rear every now and then, just like you should glance back your life every now and then, look at the journey, but you should stay focused on the front of where you're going.
That's
A
right.
lot of us
And it's
get
so
caught up in that.
important.
Was that a bell moment? Okay,
That was a bell moment.
bell moment. Let's talk about the let's talk about the Fun Time magazine that you had
No.
introduced before in reference to the Philly Black Women Who's Who. Tell us about that.
Well, hey, like everything else that has happened on this 2-year journey pertaining to this organization, I don't know what to say. First of all, I don't even know who nominated me. So whoever nominated me, thank you very much. That means that you appreciate what I'm doing. I always tell people especially when you're on social media, be careful what you're putting out there. As a leader, as a person that people look up to or even look at, you never know who's watching you to see what it is that you're doing.
Right.
So apparently someone nominated me, and I found out 2 hours before the nomination was supposed to close that people were doing votes, and this voting was open for a week. I didn't know that. So within the last 2 hours, with help, I think I ended up getting like 45 votes or something, which to me was really nothing, because you had people there that was getting like 800, 1,000 votes. And I was like, well, you know what? It was just an honor to be nominated. So when I got the information saying that, that I was going to be one of, I think it was, I don't know, maybe 70 somethings women, if I remember correctly, and that I was going to be honored. And it was supposed to be at the African Museum. We were supposed to have the celebration last month, but at the time, that's when the COVID hit. So we couldn't do it there. So they decided to do it virtually. We had, this past Friday, we had over 71 people show up on the Zoom to help us celebrate.
Wow.
And it was just amazing. Eric is the founder and the owner of Fun Times magazine, and he has interviewed celebrities from Mary J. Blige to I don't even know who, but every year he always has these who icons of Philadelphia. So last year I went, and it was a beautiful event, and I was sitting in the audience, and they said, be careful what you ask for. But I was sitting in the audience, and I said, one day I'm going to be up there on that stage too. I had no idea that one day was going to be this year. So, I had quite a few women in my organization who were also named. So I'm very excited about that, which says a lot about us. So it was a fun time, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, but hey, kudos to me. I never give myself credit for anything. So this, kudos to me.
Absolutely. And before we move even further, I want to go back a couple of steps in reference to the events that you give.
Okay.
And a couple of the events that I attended in Philadelphia, because one of the first ones that I attended was on Market Street, was at the Independence building.
Independence Live, yes, which is part of Independence
Yeah.
Blue Cross, yes.
Yeah, Blue Cross building, yeah. And that was a very good event, actually. And the people that I met, the people that I networked with, of course, there were majority women. There were a few guys there, which, like you said earlier, we're trying to get more guys. You're inviting more guys to attend, to participate.
Right.
But even just that one event there, I met so many empowering people, so many empowering women, the guys that were there were very supportive of each other. We exchanged numbers. And the events that you've done, even the webinars that you host, the workshops that you host, we'll talk about some of that in a few minutes, but you're paving the way for yourself. Like you just said, you did not have the roadmap to where you're going, but you're getting, there.
Yeah. Yes.
That's like some people there. I don't know how to get to California, but eventually I'm going to get there. And
I'm going to get there. Exactly. You're right. I'm going to get there. Exactly.
Yeah. So there was one thing that we spoke about a couple of days ago, actually last Thursday or Friday, that you were very, very excited about.
Right.
And these are the young millennials of South Jersey.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So tell us about them.
Well, I'm very excited.
With them.
Oh, yeah. I'm very, not to overtalk you. I'm sorry, not to overtalk you. I'm very excited about this. Yes. PWNC, we just formed a organizational membership with another organization in South New Jersey called SNJ Millennials. headed up by a young man, Quandel Iglesia, who
Mhm.
is phenomenal. This
That's
guy
great.
is 20 years old and he's doing some amazing things. He's making his mark in the world. And, we decided to do an organizational membership. What does that mean? That means that now PWNC paid members are given the opportunity to go to their events and attend some of their things, as a partnership. And the same thing with them, whatever we're open to, whether it's workshops, events, and different things like that, that's extended to his organization as well. So I know once a month they have, right now, because of the COVID, they have like monthly Zoom webinars, or they have other webinars that are free that my paid members are now able to be a part of. So we're very excited. Him and I have been wanting to do something for a while, and I know he did mention to me about the possibility of us doing an organizational membership. He has done it with others. He has others. I think there's like 30 other organizations that has partnered with him as an affiliation. So now it gives PWNC the prestige of going across the bridge. So I can officially say now that we're in New Jersey and they are in Philadelphia. So it's very exciting.
Great. Yeah, I know you sent me the link, the YouTube
Mhm.
link, and I took a look at it. Very, very exciting, very powerful. He's a young gentleman who's going to make a lot of waves in the world, not just.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. Especially the clip that I sent you was CBS. And he was at the Game Changers, which I was very fortunate to be there that night, and it was beautiful. Sherry Gregg, who was on KYW, she hosted the evening, and we had everywhere from Alan Dom, who is a huge, he's in politics here, but he's also into real estate. So he was there. We had Senator Williams there. There was a lot of people that was there, a lot of press that was there. And, we have a lot of millennials that are just doing some phenomenal things in this world. And I think that to be able to hook up with his organization is a great move on our part, because he wanted to branch out a little more past the millennials, and I wanted to branch into where I could be with the millennials, because they're our future and
Mhm.
they bring a lot of great ideas and fresh ideas to organizations. So we're very excited about. I'm very excited about. I think it was a great move on both our parts.
That's great. That's great. I can't wait to attend one of the events that both the organizations put together. I'm there.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. You know me. I always got something I'm working on down the pipeline. Anytime you hear me or you see a post that says "Stay tuned," believe I'm working on something.
And it's Class A. I can vouch for that. Definitely Class A.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I try. I try.
You know, you do it. You do it. There's what's the Star Wars, the yoga. You
Well,
don't
you know what it
hurt your
is
try.
I think of,
What was that
yeah,
again?
I was just saying that I think of things when I'm putting events together that I would want to go to as a business person, one,
Absolutely.
and as a person that is, time is money. That's
Mhm.
the bottom line. Time is money. So when you do put that time aside to do whatever it is, going to an event, attending a workshop, doing an interview, whatever, you want it to be quality. You want it to be top A. So that's why when I do my workshops, when I do my events, I try to get the best of the speakers to come out and present before my organization, because again, I want to bring quality, because I have been to events and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I haven't learned anything. I walked away with nothing. All I did is got a business card and I talked to some people and that was it. It's not a fulfillment. So I try to put on events that that I would want to see. If it's from learning how to do Canva for your business, learning how to maximize Instagram to build your business, LinkedIn, whatever it is, I just try to think outside the box.
Wow. Great. Great. So let's talk about the upcoming events that you have planned and that you had planned that's
Mhm.
rescheduled. Let's talk
Mhm.
about that.
Okay, well, we just got over this month. We just did a workshop No, it was an event, excuse me, an event. And that was building a business with Instagram, which was nice. We had like 25 people register, which was awesome. And then we have another workshop coming up. It was supposed to be in May. It's still in May, but I think I'm going to change the date until June. And that's going to be increasing your LinkedIn sales and learning more about LinkedIn, which a lot of business people are on. So that's going to be in June. And then I just spoke to another young lady where, we're going to be setting something up for August. But I was supposed to have, which I'm very disappointed about that I had to change. I was supposed to have, along with another person, Melissa, of Met Walk, her organization, we were doing a huge men's summit in July. And I'm very disappointed because we had to change it. But, Skip, you were a part of that. You were one of our speakers. So we had Skip and 3 other speakers that were going to be coming. It was a day for the men to come to fellowship, to hear some good content, to do some good networking, and just spoil them. We were going to feed them all day. So now we're still going to do it, but unfortunately we have to do it next year. So that was going to be July. So again, like I was saying, we have another workshop coming up in September, and I think that's about branding. I'm not sure, I don't have the dates in front of me. In October, we usually do a huge breast cancer event. Because everything has been changed and switched around, I may not be able to do that this year because we are part of the Philadelphia Small Business Expo. So they changed their date to October. So because we are part of that, we have a booth there that takes care of that date. And also the Pennsylvania, the PA Women's Conference, which is huge every year, that's in October as well. So with those, which we are a part of. So with those 2 huge events, we just couldn't swing it as far as doing the breast cancer awareness event, which I'm very passionate about. And then November, we take a break. And then December is our holiday luncheon. And that's it for the year. So I'm working on next year already.
Wow. So let's back up just a little bit more also in reference to the men's summit that you had to, of course, postpone and schedule for next year, because you said, along with myself and a couple of other speakers, and reason why I want to go back, because I want the viewers to know that they weren't just ordinary guys.
No, they weren't. No.
Let's drop some names, please.
Okay, well, we have Dr. Keith Radbill. Dr. Keith Radbill is in New Jersey, and he has his practice. He was coming to talk to the men about men's health. So it was a theme on the Men's Summit. So it was power, passion, healing. Let me see, there's 3 out of the 5. I'm missing, Skip, help me here. So it was power, passion, healing, and there's 2 others that I'm missing.
Mindset and growth.
Yeah, I can't, but there was a theme. So we had Dr. Keith Radbill, which is known in New Jersey. He was awesome, coming and talking to the men about health. We had Skip Bailey, who was coming to talk about mindset and growth. So we're very excited about that. And then we had a gentleman, Andre Young, who is an international speaker. He speaks all over. And he was coming to talk about relationships and also growth. And then we had, let me see, we had, I'm missing, and he's going to kill me because his name just went right out of my head. Oh my God, he's going to kill me.
It'll come back.
Let me see. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't remember his name. He's going to kill me. But he was coming to talk about healing. And the healing portion of that was abuse, whether it was sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, and everything like that. So, and I am so sorry that his name just escaped me. I'm sure it's going to come back before we finish our conversation.
So great. So with all of that being said, all of the things that you do, all the things that you have planned, all of the people that you associate, all the people that you bring together to connect.
Tyrone Milton. Tyrone, forgive me. Your name had just went out of my head, but that's who the gentleman, Tyrone Milton. I'm sorry. Okay, Skip.
Good. Takes time, huh?
Yes.
So where I'm leading to, and I asked you this question last week, and that was your assignment, even though you already knew the answer, but I want you to sleep on it. So all the things that you do, all the things that you've done, all the things you're going to do, all the people that you connect with, all the people that are watching you right now, that are seeing you for the first time, all the people that will be seeing this on social media, why do you do what you do?
Why do I do what I do? I do what I do because I love what I do. I love talking to people. I love communicating. I love helping people. I come from a medical background of over 25 years. So from that medical background is compassion. Compassion is something that you can't learn, that you're just born with. So with that compassion, I've always had that need to serve. It's always been there. It's always going to be about there. You know, it's always going to be that. I believe that the blessings are when you serve someone else and you're not looking for anything in return. And the best thing that I can hear from anyone is for them to say that I've made some type of difference in their life, whether it was through a quote, an interview, whether I was talking to someone else, maybe at one of the events they came out to, or even in the group, just to say, hey, you made a difference, or you made me look at my life a little more, and you made me change things, or you made me want to go back to do something, or I see what you're doing, and I like what you're doing, and it inspired me to go out and do what it is that I need to do to find my purpose. So, and I like staying busy. I say you sleep when you're dead. And I just feel that life is not promised. We don't have, we don't know when we're going to leave this earth. So before I leave, I want to make an impact. And I want to know that when I close my eyes, that I did make a difference in someone's life. So that's why I do what I do. And to me, I'm just getting started. So you guys haven't seen anything yet. There's a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. So get ready. Put your shoes on, put your skates on, because I'm coming.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Another bell ring for that one. I want to thank you for joining me this evening. Under the circumstances, we had to do what we had to do, but I had fun.
Yes.
It was less informal. We weren't all dressed up with suits and all that stuff. So This is like you just said, we're our normal conversation that we do, but it's cut down to a shorter period of time versus 2 or 3 hours at what we normally do.
Right.
But so if people want to get in contact with you or become a member of the organization, how can they contact you?
Okay, easy. On Facebook, it is the name of our organization. You can find our free group, the Philadelphia Women's Network Connection. On my email is phillywnc@gmail.com. If you want to check out our website, it's bit.ly/PhillyWNC. That's bit.ly/PhillyWNC. If you want to check out our membership, that's easy too. bit.ly/PWNC members. That's bit.ly/PWNC members. So there you go. That's on and if you find me on Facebook, it's Felicia Spivey Shanken. So that's it. And I'm on LinkedIn. That's the same, Felicia Spivey Shanken.
Wow. Thank you so much. Again, it's always a pleasure talking to you and seeing you.
Thank you, Skip.
Looking forward to doing it again. Looking forward to coming to a lot of your events. Looking to coming back on your television show
Absolutely.
when time permits. I know that you're busy and things are getting busier with me also. So it's been a pleasure talking with you. I want to thank everybody else for watching us, for joining us. I hope you've got a lot out of the information that Felicia shared with you. Thank you for watching the Skip Bailey Show. And also visit my website, skipbailey.com, to get your free copy of my ebook, Be Unstoppable. skipbailey.com, get your free copy of Be Unstoppable, and we'll see you the next time. Thank you, Felicia.
Thank you, Skip. And I got the ebook too. Can't wait to read it. Thank you. Bye, guys.